Hey everybody, this is Geology 351 from the field, from the Vantage area. You are looking northeast and you can see the freeway, that's Interstate 90. Behind the freeway is Frenchman Hills, and in the foreground is an old road that we're going to follow down towards the Columbia River. So looking northeast to the freeway, let's swing to the southwest and work our way down this road. It's my first time up here about a month ago with my wife Liz. You can see the Columbia River now. And much to my surprise, there's some old asphalt up here. So I don't know if they paved this. I don't know if they were still using this after the road was put in. Hey fellas. Okay, can't use your name. Let's see. You're Mason 1 and Mason 2. How about that? Some of you have been requesting directions on how to get to these places. I don't know, I guess I'll do it this way. So the floor of Frenchman Coulee is right around that corner, and if you go to Frenchman Coulee and follow the paved road down to the river, that's the old boat launch, and that's where we parked, and we just kind of bushwhacked our way up through this public land and got up to the old road here. And now we're just following this old road, and I'll give you a few little shots without boring you to tears.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like, you know what that reminds me of? It's like the Native American like animal art applied to all of
Got some cute little columns here. These are not well-developed columns necessarily. They're not particularly girthy.
If it was poisonous, it wouldn't be enough to eat me.
I don't know of many who come up here and maybe even know about this road, but it's a great little walk on a beautiful day like today, huh, Mason?
Not too cold, not too hot.
That's just right. It's just right. It's the Goldilocks. Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't last very long around there.
That's right. It's like, okay, pretty good stuff here. So this, remember I was counting across the way. I didn't know how many flows there were necessarily. This is one way to tell you're at the top of a flow. What do you see?
Lots of vesicles.
Vesicles. So these beautiful vesicles, especially as the vesicles get larger and larger, you know you're at the top of a flow.
Look at all the trails. Yeah, there's a lot of trails going down there. There's one that runs straight
Yeah.
down that cliff, and there's one that follows.
I love the.
Think of the guys putting this road in. Frickin'
Yeah,
1915, whatever, you know?
Imagine getting heavy equipment up here.
Generally, this is about it. I mean, what is this, about 20 feet? I'd say average 20 feet of a kind of a vesicular top. And then again, isn't it glaring how you just lose the vesicles completely?
Right.
And we've got pretty good column formation in the base of that next flow. And the real question is how much time elapsed between one eruption and the next. As we'll see at this exposure that we're heading to, there's no, well, I'll save it till then.
Okay.
Mason? Say again?
Mason.
Mason.
It's that same thing we saw earlier. And you get these really smooth, strange.
There are more of those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see that one thing, those rings again.
I mean, there's talk of, well, now we're into the literature about the base of a flow, and do we have water percolating down into some cracks and flashing to steam and busting things up? Like this is almost kind of like, I'll pull back here a little bit, it's almost like a little kind of a chimney kind of a thing.
Yeah, because it does go from like
I don't know how much those have been studied. It's a great, right next door, Mason over here is like, there's nothing, right? So it's just, there's no vesicles. So we're in the base of this flow. What do you think?
Here's mine.
sediment in there. That looks like kind of like beach sand, sort of. Kind of like you were on the west side. Too bad we're not right next to that other Well, I guess it's the same color as other stuff we were just looking at, so it's probably Missoula stuff, huh?
Either Missoula or blown in here in the last 100 years.
I made fun of them when we were making them, but they're actually pretty handy.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
It's a grain size
Oh.
thing, so we just glued different grain sizes on there. So I think we're looking at very fine sand and silt here.
You made fun of him at the time.
I was like, really? This is a college education. I'm playing with Elmer's glue.
Nice.
It doesn't really yield that much. With a
Okay.
big earthquake under Moses Lake, but it does. It's just that Moses Lake is elevated higher.
Well, how did you make the model?
GeoClaw. Bree taught me how to
Oh.
make GeoClaw. I had to get bathymetry and then just insert the parameters and
Oh, I
play
see.
around with it.
GeoClaw, huh? Is that a computer program?
It's a Python-based program. It's a pain burst all across the Columbia River. What type of tsunami could it generate in the ocean? Yeah. I need to have Bree teach me how to do that.
Well, it sounds
So I
like you can teach yourself at this point.
Maybe.
You've got a lot of skill now.
So I can make like asteroid impact tsunamis. GIS stuff is like maybe 2 or 3 days I can get done.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I can usually figure out, or I usually have a plan in my mind when I first read through the lab before I do it. So. Here's a giant project he's assigning us. It's probably take me a few days to do.
Yep.
I already have an idea as to how to do it. I might be able to get it done in 1 or 2 days, 3 days.
Sounds like you're in the zone now.
Yeah.
Got this. This is our destination.
Cool, okay.
Let's soak it in. I'll let you guys hunt around a little bit. You've seen. You remember the photo I sent you in the email?
Oh god.
It's taken right here.
Right here?
You know what? Okay, I think I see one. Something like this. Mason 5 is about to point out a pillow. I think I see one right here.
Bingo.
One up to the
Let's
right
go.
of his head.
Bingo.
There.
Okay.
Well, is that one straight up from this? Yeah, straight up is one as well. Right there, that kind of oval guy.
These.
What about this lighter gray?
Well, let's.
This right here.
This lighter gray guy, the really big one?
Too many questions for him.
This is the.
That spot right there where it's kind of coming out, I think is one as well, right?
This is my favorite right here. Right there. Yep. I mean, I love that one because it's rare to have what's called the pelagonite, which is the crumbly orange stuff around it. That's been etched out by water or whatever, and so it's this perfect pillow sitting directly on top of the next flow.
It's kind of interesting. Very dark.
So the flow beneath it would have had to have come in, and the water would have had to have like accumulated on top of that flow, right?
Well, let's think about it. Yeah, let's first of all let's scour this whole surface
Yeah, because that
and really.
So I wonder, can you guys see an end to the pillow?
Eroded crack, yeah, but
It's pillows on top of it too.
there is pillows on top of it, or there's at least what looks like that pelagonite stuff.
And you said that's the orange, right?
Yeah, that orange kind
Do
of
you see?
yellow.
Do you see that? I see the dark, and the big bunch of plywood.
Yep.
So you have to get back a little bit to come into the top of the pillows and
Careful here.
brace on the concrete wall. Oh my goodness. At least you got a shelf there.
Yeah, you're probably gonna roll fast.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's like that.
All right, focus.
I had my helmet on. Knee pad, elbow pad. I just braced
So I'm circling with my finger one pillow. And what's so unusual to me, and I'll tell the students this as well, is that it's sitting directly on top of an underlying flow. There is no sandstone here. There is no interbed. There is no time horizon, apparently. But because we have pillows sitting directly on top, we know that there was water present when that second flow came in.
Like some type of alluvium almost, but I don't know where the hell they're coming from.
Are you saying that that's like a rhyolite, or is that more of that like sandstone overlay stuff?
I really don't know what the difference is between some of these. At first, I saw one piece in here that almost looked like banded onyx.
I've never been. I've always wanted.
But I was like, I
Oh,
don't
that's awesome.
know of that over here.
I was like, that is.
Bryce, what do you got over there?
Just my small pieces that I found on the way up.
Could I see a small piece that you found on the way up?
You go.
Oh, where'd it go?
They're not mine.
No, this is not mine.
Very nice.
That thing is so cool.
Oh, I still got more in here. I thought I pulled them all out.
Yeah.
Wait, why are there rocks in my
So that wasn't, you're not pulling that out of bedrock, that's just loose stuff?
This was all just loose. There was lots of small pieces like this, of that nice,
Yeah, that kind of greenish.
yeah, that green yellow, tons of it. A few pieces of this white, really smooth. Reminds me of porcelain.
So there must be a pretty good interbed around here. You know, the boundary here doesn't have an interbed, but what you're looking at here is what I was mentioning before, that sediment that got baked by the next flows.
Yeah, Tim was saying that there's some silica mines just up
Oh
in
yeah,
this area.
that's true.
So that probably some of it's from
That's true.
just the area.
Good.
My piece isn't as impressive, Nick.
No, I know. Are those just oxidized?
I did. What's his second? Oh, you took it.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's a pretty cool gadget.
Thank you.
Isn't that neat?
That's a special sample, yeah.
Does not belong. Get out. Get out. Just want to be cool.
So if you didn't catch it, this is a pretty great example, unknown to me till last month, an ice rafted erratic. So this was brought in during the Ice Age, not a glacier, not a glacier. The ice sheet didn't get this far south, but we can picture water with an iceberg floating in the water. The water swirls in this side channel, and the iceberg drops this boulder right here. It's been sitting here for at least 14,000 years. What kind of rock is it? Has anybody looked at it? You did, Andrew? Tonalite or diorite. It's handsome. It's phaneritic. A lot of lichen on it. How would you identify tonalite in the field, Andrew?
Oh, I wouldn't be that brave.
Yeah.
That's why I added the 4 diorite.
There you go. There you go. You got an out.
Exactly.
An incredibly angular ice rafted the whole way. It's hard to imagine this thing was brought in by flood tumbling. Excellent.
I totally forgot my tissues. It's part of my Ellensburg hiking kit.
Oh, the chapstick and the tissues.
Maybe I